Hi guys, welcome to a very low effort update on, it's more like a video. Yeah, so here's a little video. I love the Backrooms a lot. Specifically Kane Parsons' adaptation of it. And I would like to just do a video on me theorizing what the Backrooms could be. I like this game, this Roblox game. Its name is Kepnosis. Yeah, I love the detail. Look at the carpet. Yeah. So, let's just walk around. I'm gonna be talking about what I believe the backrooms could be. Oh, there's a frame. So, the most basic description of the backrooms, which I'm going to be getting from the movie, is that it copies things. Yeah, what I mean by things is by maybe both. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh my god, what the? Oh my. Okay, okay, fuck. No, hell no. Hell no. Okay, yeah, so, the backrooms copies things. It copies both, I believe real space as well as, memory. It depends. But that's the most basic description of it. Okay, okay. But that's the most basic description of the backrooms. Of course, we can expound on that. And that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. So, the real question is, how does it copy things? Well, I think I heard something. Okay. There's a clock on the wall, but I already gone here. But basically, I believe that the backrooms, attempts to recreate memory. It does not copy memory. I believe it recreates it. And it does so by taking objects from the real world and attempting to use those objects from the real world, and basically prints it into this dimension, which is the backrooms here. And yeah, that's what I believe the backrooms could be. And now let's expound even more on that. There's a hole in the ceiling, the same place. I remember this. That scared me. There's a lot of jump scares in these games. I love this one the most. This game does it very well. And I'm in a private server. Anyways, let's expound on what I just said. I do not know how the brain works. I'm not in biology. In fact, I'm in computer science, ICT, business. I don't know why am I on business, but and also as well as physics, but those are my blog subjects. And psychology and biology are not. I don't study those subjects, so it's just assumptions, but I hear music, but I believe we store memory. Okay, that's kind of, I'm gonna be using analogs, to certain components, but I believe, our brain kind of works like a, what do you call this, okay, I feel like I'm going to be embarrassed when I say this, but I feel like it works like a solid state drive. There you go. we store memories electrically or something like that. Yeah, at least we store them like that. And I believe the Backrooms uses our memory as some sort of instructions of how it should copy things. Or maybe the Backrooms takes our memories as like, oh gosh, look at the ghost chair. It takes our memories, it sees, like, it tries to copy it with material, as I said. So null zones, we do not know, I do not know why they form. It's very mysterious. There's holes on the ground, but I believe null zones allow the Backrooms to at least find material to at least recreate memories. Of course, it cannot create memories accurately without given material. It's like a printer. So here's, so like an instruction sent to a printer is basically like a memory, and what is this? And the paper, ink are like the material, are like the materials the Backrooms has access to, like a null zone, like everything that is within access to a null zone. Of course, I could be wrong. That's only my theory, and there are better people who may have better theories into what the Backrooms could be, but that's my rendition of what the Backrooms could be. Oh, we're back here. Nice. I forgot to check up here. That's okay. Now let's talk about the bacteria. I believe that the bacteria is the same as still life, but you may be wondering, why is it still prominent in later parts of the series, such as Found Footage 2? Here's why I believe why it's prominent. I believe that the bacteria self-replicates. It's one of the early renditions of what the Backrooms believed a human was. I do not precisely know the lore, but I believe when the Backrooms had access to Ivan Beck's memories on overload, I believe that once it saw his memories, it tried to recreate what a human was. I don't know, why would Ivan Beck think that a human would be a self-replicating thing with cells in it? It has limbs, and I don't know. Why would he be thinking of that randomly? But maybe it could just be in his brain. He's not thinking of it. It just needs to be in his brain so he can think about it later on if he wants to think about it. Yeah, so it could be that the Backrooms did think that initially a human was a self-replicating or a living being which could at least what do you call this, reproduce. It's not really reproduce. The bacteria is more like a spore. It's as if the Backrooms was told that a human was a multicellular organism with cells which can at least procreate or multiply. Not perfectly though. It's like, we call it a bacteria. You know how bacteria just duplicate? I do not know what the process of that is, but That's my rendition of what it could be. Maybe in result of thinking what a human could be, maybe the bacteria. I mean, maybe the backrooms. Oh God, there's a door. Maybe the backrooms started expounding on what that could mean. I don't know. The door's not openable, but what am I talking about? I'm just stuttering at this point, but maybe the backrooms took that idea and it just started trying to recreate what do you call this? Recreate what a human could look like. In result, maybe that created the... What's that sound? It started to try to recreate what a human could be. And in result of doing so, it maybe created a spore. It maybe thought a human was a spore, and in result, it made the bacteria a spore or fungus. And in found footage 2, that's why we could see that one driver that crashed in the backrooms where he supposedly died. There was a big growth. Maybe the backrooms thought that humans... Oh, I forgot this one note, but maybe it also thought that humans came from already existing material or already existing organisms. It doesn't come out from nowhere. It needs to grow like a fetus. So maybe in result of thinking of that, maybe it thought that humans grow, and like bacteria or fungi, it grows from organic material. So for example, that dead driver, maybe it a bacteria spore landed in that dead body. Also, there, like, you saw those like figures on the ground, right? Okay, actually, before I continue, I should also note that maybe it also can, like, maybe fabricate material. I don't know if Ivan Beck's laboratory had any wallpaper here, but maybe there was like a building with this type of wallpaper around, so that the backrooms can also copy that as well. But I just realized that there's a point that could contradict my idea that the backrooms follows instructions with memory and also takes material from things surrounding null zones. But yeah, those like figures or like things on the ground that you saw on the Backrooms movie in the Christmas tree scene, maybe those were the like descriptions of what a human could look like. Maybe it thought that humans didn't come from nothing. What do you call? Okay, maybe there's another description where it thought that humans were like figures, which, what do you call this? Came from already existing material, as I said. Maybe another description of that could be literally like the material surrounding that figure, which is why we saw those infused figures on the ground, such as those in found footage 3 and also in the Backrooms movie. Anyways, okay, I'm not going there. In fact, I'm going to be making a run for it. I don't like that thing. I already saw that 2 times, but I'm scared of it. Okay, yeah, let's make a run for it. I already gone here before. Okay. I would also like to make another point, which is that the people who gone crazy in the backrooms, you know, Cap Clark and also Peter. What's his name? Peter. Yeah, Peter. Peter. He they both gone crazy for a reason, at least. They didn't go crazy out of nowhere. The Backrooms just does not make people crazy instantly. Instead, there are other factors contributing to how they go crazy. It's just that the Backrooms is like a catalyst to that. You know? People in the Backrooms, they go crazy for reasons. For example, Peter. Once he came back from the Backrooms, he was horrified. You can imagine how horrified he was when he discovered he was brought forward in time. And for him, it probably was impossible for him. It probably sounded outlandish for him. And in result, he started to try to think of other reasons why that happened. Maybe he thought there was no time forward, and maybe he thought that the Backrooms just made a replica of Async, which is why he gone haywire and just ran back out of the complex and ran back in with a shotgun. Yeah, I want to go back to the airport. But anyways, he was scared, and in result of being scared, he became crazy. Not really crazy. Yeah, he went mad. At least he went mad. He was probably not crazy. Of course, if I were in that situation, I would also try to find reasons on why I literally time forwarded months ahead of time. And also that new entrance at the gateway probably supported his idea. Well, of course, it was not a replica of Async. It's actually him going forward in time. Okay. Have I been here? This corridor feels familiar. Anyways, Clark went mad when he was trying to find out the reason on why the Backrooms, like how the Backrooms worked. And in doing so, in attempting to figure out how the Backrooms even worked, I believe that he went mad because everything looked impossible for him. Like the still lives. He didn't want. I thought I heard shouting. Sorry. He thought that the Backrooms. He thought that the Backrooms was just a generic space, but as he discovered that it wasn't, he tried to think that everything was not magic. Like the mural he wrote on the wall with paint, he tried to rationalize everything, but in result, it led to him realizing that he was wrong, and maybe when he discovered that he was wrong, he probably went mad for some reason. I still can't figure out why he went mad. But of course, you can see that people in the Backrooms go mad for a reason. The Backrooms does not make people mad just instantly. Okay, wow. So that's my theory on what the Backrooms could be. And also I have theories on the mural as well. The mural on the wall that Clark wrote, it could I only remember the Captain Clark, the still life of him throwing him in the air. That could be Captain Clark, a representation of Captain Clark opening the window for him. It also probably meant that it probably said that it opened the window for him and that he was moving on from his previous life. And what I mean by previous life, it's not the angry old Clark life. It's actually something different. He was still stuck with his angry old cranky Clark life thing. But what I think he believed he escaped was the angry old Clark guy who was stuck selling furniture. We're back here. But yeah, that's my theory on what that mural was. I forgot everything else. I rewatched the movie and it was amazing. I don't understand why people say that the second half was bland. In my opinion, it was amazing. The second half, the entire movie itself. Anyways, I was about to say that the Backrooms, like, I don't know if the Backrooms is just a big MRI machine. It's more than that. It's like a sentient creature. Nah, it's not a sentient creature. That's dumb. Because everything here, the Backrooms. Wait, hold up. I forgot what I was gonna say, but the Backrooms is not a sentient creature. It's more of like a thing. It could be a sentient creature, but if it were like, why am I saying sentient creature? I should more say like a thing with cognition or thought, because all of these rooms, unless, okay, I'm gonna have two theories now. Either that the Backrooms were back here, but if either the Backrooms plots like rooms in its own according, it plots rooms. What is that? It plots rooms around here in its own will. Like, it tries to figure out what makes most logical sense, or it just plops rooms and tries to use logic from memories it stole to at least figure out how these rooms are meant to be arranged. Yeah, the second one sounds more logical. I mean, Captain, like, Clark, I believe Clark was trying to use personification. He was trying to make the Backroom sound like a person. But we do not know if the Backrooms has consciousness. We're back here. Yeah. What else should I say? That's my theory on what the Backrooms is. I just said random things about the Backrooms. Okay, I should just call this a ramble of the Backrooms. Okay, I don't get why people are saying that the bacteria could be Captain Clark misremembered. It's more logical to say that the bacteria could just be a misinterpretation of a generic human. Yeah, that's more logical. I never saw this staircase. Yeah, so that's my this is just a random video I made at this point. I don't know. So yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. I'm going to be planning on releasing episode 10 of my Artemis program series soon, within the summer holiday I have. Huh. Okay, so yeah, thank you for watching again. I am also planning to be launching a Mars mission 100 days in 100 days or so in my KSB series. It's gonna be featuring a secret vehicle. Okay, I'm gonna be spoiling the names of them, but I'm not gonna be spoiling what they are. Their names are Explorer and Newton. I don't know if I can make Newton work. I'm still trying to make it work, although it's kind of hard. So yeah, thank you for watching my random ramble. Everything in this video may not be correct. For all I know, it could be wrong. So just take my word with a grain of salt. I do not know what that phrase means even. So yeah, bye guys!